Alrighty, so we're gonna play some big Naya here next. Let me just update the stream decker, and then we'll be post to Twitter, and we'll be on our way. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Gonna bring the thunder, chat. Bring the thunder. Panza is very, very good against fair interactive mid-range decks. It's a little land heavy, but like Nacatl into Goyf / Bolt seems pretty reasonable. Important that we lead on Stomping Ground here, so that way if we want to go tapped land Lightning Bolt on 2, we can. Mutavault Vial could be a few things. Likely is Spirits or Merfolk. Put our planes into play. It's possible I should have fetched basic planes there even. Although Tarmogoyf's not likely to need to block this turn. It wouldn't even block as a 1/2 anyways. Could be Slivers. That's true. That's true. There's a few different things that are leveraging Mutavault and Aether at this point. Need a new bit badge for blue black mill, please. Thank you for the bits, Torculator. I appreciate it. Noted. Seachrome Coast could still be Merfolk, could still be Spirits. Some of the Spirits decks have been playing Mutavault. Yep. Confirmed Spirits. Play this land out first because Mausoleum Wanderer currently counters unless we pay 2. If I clock out of the stream to run some errands, about what time can I pop back in for blue-red fairies? I genuinely don't know the answer to that. My average deck time is about an hour and a half per run. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 decks. So about 6 hours from now would put fairies, but occasionally decks crash and burn. So somewhere in the 5 to 7 hour range from now. And I already okayed it with the boss. I'm planning to play 6 decks today. So if we need to run late, we can. Exile's not a bad pickup. I think the blue-red prison deck is fine. It always felt mostly competitive when we played it. I just don't really enjoy the types of Magic that it plays, so we stopped playing it on stream. The blue-red prison deck isn't a deck that we stopped playing for power level reasons. It's a deck that we stopped playing because I didn't like the Magic that it generated. Well, Persip, after M19 dropped was when the Q freeze started, basically. So there is a Grixis Dragons deck in there that has Bolas in it that we're going to get to sometime soon. But I'm sure we'll see more of it now that the queue's open back up. Just noticed I got my training sword finally. Kyo Shine, thank you for the 6-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Nimbus Maze seems so terrible in your deck full of Seachrome Coasts and Mutavaults. This card seems absurdly awkward. I'm gonna hold the rest of these lands because I would like to play them out after a Tireless Tracker, ideally. Thankfully, it looks like the opponent's flooding as well, so like we've got that going for us. Oh, I missed you, Skull Clamp. I'm sorry. It probably happened while I was changing a bunch of things. Thank you and welcome back. I definitely missed that. Apologies. Yeah, once I became familiar with the lines that allowed the blue-red prison deck to actually win the game, it just became tedious to actually win the game, especially on Magic Online. Well, I mean, you don't have to play Serum Visions in your blue deck. Like, I agree that Serum Visions is pretty terrible in Modern, but, like, you don't have to play Serum Visions in your blue deck. Black is definitely the best color in Modern, right? Like, not close. Like, the discard spells are kind of like the glue that hold the format together. There's only 22 lands in this deck, right? 23. And we have Kessig and Horizon Canopy. Imagine if we had a Kessig right now. Remember when Wild Nacatl was banned? Just remember, chat. If a card's on the Modern ban list, it's because it deserves to be there, right? I mean, every card in Modern has some powerful cards to include with it. But to say, like, I think there's definitely fair to say, like, black is the best color in the format because of how efficient the discard spells are. Thinning your deck of one land when you're not going to be drawing a significant number of cards out of your deck is largely statistically insignificant. And the upside of having more land drops, if I draw a Tireless Tracker, is a very tangible, real upside. Why is green the best color right now, Gengar? Can you explain? Because of Ancient Stirrings? They have a Click? They're playing Click in their Spirits deck? They're playing Click in their Spirits deck. I'm gonna let this happen because I'm winning this race currently. And I wouldn't mind drawing a threat. They're gonna click me, take my path, and give me another land, but I would like the chance to draw a threat. Every day we shuffle in. Beep 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 beep. Green Sun Zenith is banned for the same reason as Stoneforge Mystic. It was banned during a time where Modern was very different. And they've not taken the time to readjust the ban list for the fact that Modern's power level has changed. They pushed Vial to 4. Oh, I should have let on Bolt here, right? Because they could have Resto. That's what that Violent 4 means, right? If you're gonna come in here and make statements like Splinter Twin was too good or Zoo was oppressive, be prepared to be Cytosaurus or be timed out. So they're dead. Why would you copy click? All right, we won the Flood Mirror. We won the Flood Mirror. So I feel like we played this deck last time and I came to the conclusion that this sideboard lacked cards for matchups like this, right? I feel like that's the case. It's like these chokes feel kind of silly. I'm definitely not bringing those in. Is Torpor Orb worth bringing in here? Maybe. I kind of just want to run it back. I think I'm happy with what we've got. We don't have more. Like if I had like some upgrades or something to bring in, I might bring those in, but six is pretty good. There are 2 Helixes in the main deck. Cat Lemaine with the 2-month free subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the continued support. Third piece of candy. Well, we know they have Vendilion Click, but it's like just Click and Queller seems a little narrow. I mean, casting 3 and 4 mana cards, like, is kind of big for Modern. The threat of facing decks that could generate 15 or more mana each starting on turn 4 kept a lot of decks out of tournament, greatly reducing diversity. Yep. It's like, well, we live in the future where we know that's kind of silly. I'm gonna fetch a basic Plains here and cast this Tarmogoyf. What would you suggest I look into for Modern deck? Is fun, interactive, and competitive. Either Jeskai Control, Mardu, Pyromancer, or Black-Green Midrange are the 3 best choices that meet those requirements. Those are... I think Mardu Pyromancer is the best of the interactive decks in Modern right now. But I think Jeskai and Black Green Rock are also like medium choices. I think they're a little bit worse than Mardu Pyromancer, but if you prefer their play patterns, they're also fine. So the reason why I bolted that Spell Queller right away here is because of things like Supreme Phantom. I didn't want it to get blown out. Start by attacking first here, because if my opponent blocks Scavenging Ooze, I eat Spell Queller and then kill their thing. And when they don't block here, which makes sense, I just go ahead and jam Tireless Tracker down. Both have a little bit of action going on. I think if they fire up this Mutavault, I'm trading Tracker for it. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, it's nice and clean. It lets me keep it organized well instead of having like different private messages in 800 different places. Selfless Spirit makes combat pretty annoying. They're just racing though. And we're probably just dead here, right? Like even with the removal spell, like the Selfless Spirit keeps us pretty far behind. Chargebacks are not a fast process, Steam Flogger. And apparently the person that gave me a chargeback on a PayPal donation also charged back several donations with Jim Davis, so they didn't do it to just me. So Jim said he was going to call PayPal today. I was going to wait and see what they tell him before I make a point to call. Yeah, chargeback is canceling a donation after the money's already in. You dispute it with PayPal or your credit card company or whatever. Basically, somebody sent a donation, and apparently you can charge back a pretty deep range, because like the person that gave me a chargeback was for a donation in like March or April. I think it was March actually. We're pretty dead here. Again, don't really have anything to bring in here, so I'm just gonna click submit and run it back. It's similar to an invoice, Avid user. Oh, I plan to call regardless, Dows. I will certainly be calling regardless. Jim said he was going to call anyway, so I'm going to wait and see what they tell him before I call. Yeah, I thought about the hard times angle, but like, that's also like, if that's the case, like, you should message me and say, hey, I messed up, can you send this donation back? You shouldn't just file a chargeback through PayPal. Correct, Avid user. I'm aware. I'm not expecting to lose the chargeback. It's just my first time dealing with it, and it's not a quick process. I don't think I want to Helix this. I think I'm just going to play. I'm going to attack first. They're probably not going to block. I'll play my Scavenging Ooze out. Yeah, but it's a little bit different with the way I have things set up, Toxie, because I'm not just taking random donations out of the kindness of people's hearts. The way things are, people are sending me money for a specific service that I'm providing on this stream, and like the tip messages generally indicate what service they're paying for. They're not. This isn't a charity. You're not writing off the money you give me on your taxes. It's called a PayPal donation, but you're actually paying for a service. Like, I pay taxes on the money that people get sent, that people send me. It's a business transaction, correct. I enjoy what I do, but this is a job and people are paying for a specific service. Yeah, it's a tip. It's not a donation. In fact, the PayPal comment says tip. Wow, this is an aggressive block. We are gonna... You should not. You can only, if you live in the US, you can only write off donations to non-profit organizations. I am not a not-for-profit organization, believe it or not. Well, this sequence worked out well for us. I feel like when I helix this Mausoleum Wanderer here, they were supposed to sack the Selfless Spirit in response. Just start my own religion. I'm saying if I'm going to jail for credit card fraud, it be for exotic dancers, not trolling streamers. I didn't hate the block there, but I just feel like once I show them I have the Helix, they're supposed to just sack the Selfless Spirit rather than doing what they did. Correct, Goose, but that's because of the way... It's because of the way things are taxed as an independent contractor. Maybe I should have fetched... Oh, I didn't have another basic to fetch there, right? Wonder if I'm supposed to play Knight here instead of Tracker. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to play Knight because it's the bigger beater, huh? Instead of focusing on generating value. This is not a business transaction, people like you. Thank you, Tabutto, for the bits. And actually, there's some people that like to give bits a lot of crap because there's a little bit higher upcharge than on PayPal. But one of the big benefits of bits is that when someone cheers bits for me, I know I'm not going to have to deal with the headache of a PayPal chargeback. Twitch charges that upcharge because they take on all the liability of upcharges, of chargebacks. I don't have to deal with any of that. Bits are guaranteed money for me. Whereas apparently PayPal donations can be charged back 4 months later. Thank you for the biddy, Xerix. Was that really loud? Someone just drove past outside my house. I might have to close the windows and turn the AC on if that was too loud. I think I'm just supposed to snap this trade here. I feel like because I have these clues generated and I have this knight in my hand, I'm in a position where I get favored as the game goes long. So I just want to position myself to let the game go long. Savage Rocker with the $20 donation. Let's hit those swans again. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Don't chargebacks cost you more money than the original donation? Well, I don't actually know, DeBesterock, so I need to find that. I need to look up all of those details. I definitely should have been more informed on what chargebacks entail before I need to get more educated on it for sure. I'm gonna attack first here because they might try and block. If they try and block, I can path the Supreme Phantom and get them again. I'm definitely pathing before they untap. Like, that's not close. I've heard you liked bits. Thank you for the biddies, Paradise Sal. All right, so we're gonna crack it's gonna cost me a health to crack a clue here, but I think that's worthwhile. I just really need to find another piece of removal to force through some of the last points of damage here. Jadam, do you think Spirits is still lacking out? They have Supreme Phantom. I think Spirits has been a deck that's like always been pretty close to the cusp. I feel like with Supreme Phantom, people are expecting the same thing as with Clan Caller. They're expecting the format to be like broken with this new addition, when in reality it's just like another subtle addition to a deck that was already pretty close. So I feel like people are expecting me to say like, oh, we cracked the format in half and like, this is the best deck and you have to be playing this deck. When in reality, it's like, no, this is just like another reasonable deck in the format. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have attacked first, so that way when they blocked and then sacrificed, I'd Helix in response. Yeah, I should have attacked first, I think. Although I do still gain some health here, which is fine. I'm gonna grab Kessig Wolf Run here. Play another Knight of the Reliquary. Now I've got like a bunch of power in play, and I've got the ability to threaten trample next turn. There's no reason to attack because the creatures are indestructible because my sequencing was a little medium. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I feel like whenever a new card gets added to an existing archetype, people are like always expecting something Eldrazi Winter style to happen, and that's really not what happens by and large. Corn Chips with that brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate the support. We'll crack this fetch land and get up to 7/7s here. Even another Selfless Spirit doesn't really get them out of this, just because we have the Kessig Wolf Run, which is great. Incoherent screeching, right? Let's not talk down about specific people. There's no need for that to choose. Zero need for that. All right, they have double hexproof Lord out, but it's probably not going to be good enough thanks to our buddy Kessig Wolf Run here. Can we talk down about people who drive slow in the passing lane? Sure. That's correct. The only person you're allowed to make fun of here is me. You can watch my conclusion on Abzan Loam by going to my YouTube channel and watching the video. If you skip through to the end, you'll be able to find the conclusion at the very end. Squad goals, chat. Squad goals, crunching in here. Look at that. Found the attack with all button. Did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. The only people who hate nap time are 4-year-olds. I think everybody else is pretty unanimous on nap time being wonderful. What mice/keyboards do I use? I have a $10 HP USB keyboard. Super cheap and effective. And I have a Logitech MX510 mouse that's, I don't know, probably pushing 15 years old at this point. At some point, my Logitech mouse is going to break and I'm going to be very sad. It's a different person or the same? Different person. There's a lot of spirits online. Whenever a new deck gets popular, it's just all over Moto usually. So I'm definitely playing this. And then I'm gonna knight this and go get Kessig Wolf Run and kill this thing. Have a power up. You feel like we're doing okay here. My master's is just in pure mathematics. Didn't really have any specific focus. And we 10 out of 10 just dragon them here, right? Because this is like a spell queller they're holding up this turn. So let's just like dragon my dragon. Roar! Spell queller this one. That's weird you didn't spell queller it. They got a doctorate in mathematics. What would I do a thesis on? I don't know. Part of getting a doctorate is figuring out that kind of stuff. And like, we've got a 5/5, a 3/3, and a 6/6 in play. Like, come at me, spirits. So they're just like super dead here. Oh, a concession, Domri, eh? A concession, Domri, eh? And again, the sideboard just has actual, factual, 0 magic cards for creature matchups, which probably isn't that bad of a thing, because, like, we've got basically 12 pieces of removal in our main deck. So, we're just going to run it back. Our sideboard is basically for combo decks and artifacts and enchantments. Roadkill, the big 5-0 donation with a link to a new egg product. Razor Death Adder Chroma. We'll show the product here. You're telling me I should pick this up? Because my MX510 is gonna die eventually. I'm gonna need a replacement. This is a good one? Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Then we had Melkor Value with the 3-month resub. Thank you very much and welcome back. I mean, I'm not gonna buy anything. Roadkill just bought me a mouse. Thanks for the tip, Roadkill. I feel like mice are one of those things where like nerds generally have like this really strong biases towards. Like somebody in chat said they had the MX510 that I've been using for 15 years. They're like, it didn't last long. And like, obviously it not lasting long has not been my experience. So this is actually kind of interesting. So the first vial is pretty good. But the second vial has a lot of diminishing returns and basically provides card disadvantage for my opponent. Drawing a tap land here is nice because it means I get to save this fetch land for after I Tireless Tracker. And our curve's gonna be really nice here. We're gonna get to go Knight on 3 into Tracker, fetch land, bolt something on 4, which is great. And they didn't shock that in, so we're not in danger of getting Spellquillered here. Wild Nacatl's a little bit off curve here, but still not the end of the world. Gonna get my gals into play. Thank you for your reply to my tweet. I hope you give JAC more time on your channel. I love the deck. It is tricky to pilot, and we've played it a bunch in the past. So if you haven't caught my stuff before, Magic Viking, I've played that deck a good amount on this channel already. And, like, getting another land here is pretty good for us. Like, we have plenty to do with our mana. And, like, the opponent's kind of floundering, not having a lot of spells going on. That being said, it's probably going to be pretty hard to kill the Supreme Phantom here, right? Like, we need to play around Rattle Chains and another Supreme Phantom. There's lots of things that could go kind of wrong here for us. Mausoleum Wanderer is kind of annoying. I mean, I don't really play real video games anymore, but this Logitech MX510 that I have has survived 4 digits of hours worth of Counter-Strike Source. It's survived 4 digits of hours in Guild Wars 1. It's survived probably close to 4 digits of hours of Diablo 2 and 3. Like, it's seen some stuff. It's seen some stuff. Yeah, I kind of want to just pass here, Zach, right? And, like, fight over these things during their upkeep. I kind of want to just, like, pass and, like, on their upkeep, bolt this Mausoleum Wanderer. That's true. That's true. There's been tens of thousands of timeouts. I'm going to start by killing this, because if they respond with the Vial activation, I then have more stuff to do. That's not what I want. Let's go ahead and Helix this one now. Wow, everything worked out better than expected, chat. Everything worked out better than expected. Oh, look, a third Aether Vial. That's nice, opponent. Whew! Whew! It's another fetch land, chat. It's another fetch land. The Candyman can. 'Cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm gonna fetch shock and get this other Nacatl into play. Let's do it. When you are When you making the Gen Con room in Discord? Oh, we should. We should. I hurt myself. Ping my wife on Discord. Ping my wife. She'll do it. She's all about Gen Con. We should do that. We should make a Gen Con room so people that are going can coordinate. Is Gen Con good for just going and playing Magic? I am told, and this is secondhand experience, you should take it with a grain of salt. Thank you, Orcish Veteran. I am told that the Magic offerings at Gen Con tend to be fairly disappointing. That being said, they are doing a beta draft there this time. But I don't play Limited, so that's not something I'll be participating in specifically. But I've been told since they removed Legacy and Vintage champs from Gen Con, there aren't really any major events worth playing. I, myself, and my wife go to Gen Con to play board games and do board game adjacent things. So the way the beta draft works is there's qualifier tournaments that you have to qualify for. So they have 8 tournaments that if you win the tournament, you get to play the beta draft. No, I don't play Limited. If they did like a modern or like even a standard qualifier, I'd probably play whatever constructed qualifier they had. Yeah, you get to keep the beta cards. I don't have any experience with the Moto card loaning service, B-Boss. If you do some Googling, you should be able to find it though. The system that I have set up is part of my sponsorship with MTGO Traders. The TLDR on Moto cards is that unless you're changing decks like a dozen times a week like I do, it really just makes sense to buy the stuff that you're playing and then get rid of it when you're done. Because Magic Online cards aren't like paper cards where your cards deteriorate in value by 50% when you sell them back. Like the Moto market is very fluid because there's no overhead and the cards can't get damaged. While we're waiting for the third match in this league to pop where we are 2-0 with Big Naya, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic, primarily Modern, 30 plus hours a week here on this channel. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing. Subscriptions start at $4.99 a month, or if you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you get Twitch Prime included with that for free. And that gives you a free channel subscription every single month to a channel of your choice here on Twitch. My subscribers are the people that keep me here day in and day out. I wouldn't be here without their wonderful support. Past all of that, you can support me by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn some of your Magic cards into other cards directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off of the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards there. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anironics, Justin Nivik, and all of y'all out there. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. We are heading on into our third match here with the Big Naya deck. If you think this deck is sweet, you'll want to be sure to check out my YouTube channel. We've played this deck before here. YouTube.com/Jeff Hoagland. I break up all the matches that I play there by deck, so you can watch just the matches that you care about. Zero Forever with the big 5-0 donation. Unfortunate that those two JAC leagues were burned. I'd like to put 25 towards JAC and 25 towards during a deal. I know you don't have to put a form through for a deck that we've already played in the past that I've approved. So thanks for the support, Zero. I appreciate it. Thanks, Pop. Is there a Discord for Indie? Not for the Open itself. Many people on this stream will attest to the fact that I should not consider a career in singing. Stick around and you too shall find out. Find out why I shouldn't. Yeah, it's possible to cash out a Moto. MTGO traders and other places like that will give you cash directly for the cards. That's why, like, when people compare the prices of buying into cards on Magic Online to, like, collectible card games or Arena, like Hearthstone, like, it's kind of disingenuous because, like, Magic Online, your money's not just gone after you buy the cards. You can go to a site like MTGO Traders and they'll give you money back for them. So, like, you're basically have some money tied up while you have the cards, but you're not just, like, that money's not just, like, flushed down the toilet and gone, like it is with the CCG. Do you take karaoke requests? I don't know, Curtia. I'd probably be green and black, though. Probably be green and black. Poor kitty cat. I'm gonna be really sad if they play Pyromancer next turn and I fetch this tapped land. Maybe I should have fetched basic plains. I actually did a small amount of live theater growing up, so I'm definitely apt at projecting my voice and monologuing. In case watching the stream didn't teach you those things, that I'm apt at them. They bin to Pyromancer with this Faithless Looting. That's interesting. Push my poor little Scooze off a cliff. Sing us some good old-fashioned Panic at the Disco. Bend to Souls. Well, we need some lands. But when we do, we've got a lot of great cards to play with them. Yep. I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and Helix one of these tokens. Not only do they know about this, and this will encourage them to play out a thing if they have it, but I want to be able to play Domri Rade and have minimal pressure applied to it when I play it out. So I'm going to go ahead and play Domri here, rather than play a Tireless Tracker and potentially get no value out of it. So ideally, we're going to find a land next turn. I'm sure I'm about to see a land on top of my deck. Path to Exile is the absolute worst card we could have on top of our deck, because not only is it not a land to make a clue with Tireless Tracker, but it's not a creature for Domri to draw. Dreadbore. That's incredibly rude, opponent. I think I'm pretty obligated to just play a Tireless Tracker here. We're no strangers to magic. You know the rules, and so do I. Do 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 do. There you go. Hey, there's a little karaoke for you. Thank you for the bit zero forever. Do 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 do. So they must. Okay, so this is actually a part where we can read something into our opponent. They didn't kill my Tireless Tracker, but they left their spirit back, and their health total isn't low enough to really want to leave the spirit back. So I think this represents Fatal Push by leaving the spirit back, and they want to trigger Revolt. So I'm going to go ahead and not attack in here, and I'm going to play this Tarmogoyf out. Am I going to play the Tarmogoyf out? No, I'm going to play the Tracker, because if I'm reading Fatal Push, I don't want to give them a free Fatal Push target to use their mana this turn. And if they could have killed the other Tracker, they would have played it the previous turn. Like now, if we draw a fetch land here, we just get to like bury them deep in the ground. Zero forever with the $5 donation. Here's some more money's worth, JAC. Sounds good, sounds good. So at this point, do I want to just start shoving, or do I want to continue playing around a Fatal Push is the decision I have to make. I think their deck has enough removal that I don't want to play into the Fatal Push, even with these bolts in my hand. Like, we have so many lands in our deck. We're going to not draw any of them, and it'll be great. Is Big Naya a real modern deck? I mean, it's a real modern deck in the sense that we can go 3 and 2 with it. Look at that. Brush the shoulder off for them soul reads. Oh, I could have pathed the Skoos for value. Gosh, that was a good line. Yeah, I probably should have done that. That'd have been pretty absurd, right? I'd have 2 clues right now. This is super aggressive. All right, so let's, if I draw a land, they're dead, right? It's really unfortunate. Oh my god, I tapped my lands wrong. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. God damn it. Well, I guess we're killing the Liliana now. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. They have a pervert in their deck. Flashback Souls. Yep, come on, give me a land, please. Come on. Come on, fetch land. Ding, ding. God bless us, everyone. Bath to Exile. Just gonna attack with both of these. I only have 2 cards left. So here's the question. I think I want to just get these out of bolt range by cracking this. I think I just want to have that happen. Gosh, this Kessig Wolf Run is kind of absurd, huh? That's great, Norman. Yep. J Money resubbing for that 3rd month in a row. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate it. Thank you for the continued support. We did find some land candy. What deck do I think Tracker is best in? I'm a pretty big fan of the... Okay, so they're dead now because of this Kessig Wolf Run. Kessig's been really good this league. Just exactly lethal no matter how they cut it. I mean, they couldn't block both of my things. They were dead no matter how they sliced that. Is this again no sideboard cards because we don't have graveyard hate? I'm gonna do this, I guess. They could have blocked. Yeah, that's true. They could have gone to 1. That's fair. They definitely could have gone to 1. Like, are they winning that game at that point? I'm not sure, but they definitely could have gone to 1. Yes, whoever sent this deck in has they have a plan against Affinity and Lantern Control. They're having none of that shit. They might have Blood Moon. That's true, actually. Maybe I should leave. I should bring in Qasali Pridemages. Aven Mindcensor is good against Tron and Valakut, and it's okay against Storm because it makes Gifts Ungiven much worse. In order to hedge Blood Moon, a touch. I don't have to worry about that for another turn yet. Let's just do this. So this is a small missequencing on my part. I probably should have led on Stomping Ground, but we drew a 2-drop, so it doesn't really matter. What do you think of a non-meme blue-white control deck with Endless Horizons? I don't know what non-meme means. You mean just like cut the Charbelchers? Or you mean like not play all planes? Like not play all planes and cut the Charbelchers? That might be okay. I mean, I'm not winning this game if they Blood Moon us even with the Forest. Like, I need white mana too. The fact that we have to play this Knight of the Reliquary out while it's still dead to a Lightning Bolt feels pretty bad, but I don't really have a better play this turn. Yeah, it feels pretty medium. Hopefully draw a card that's castable with these two. I'll play Kessig Wolf Run out here. So they plus this again. We'll bin the Stomping Ground. Opponent's playing Mardu Pyromancer. I don't think there's a reason to bolt the Liliana aggressively here. I think I'm okay with them edicting me, and then I get to bolt it and take their Liliana off the table. I think I'm okay trading 2 for 1 with this Liliana. Because, like, I get to keep the card in my hand this way. They get to keep the card in their hand, too, but I think this is a worthwhile exchange. That was a mistake. I should have kept that in hand. There's 4 Tireless Trackers in my deck. Definitely value in holding lands when you have Trackers evolved. Yep. Instantly punished. The landfall aggro deck that we have played on stream multiple times is a very, very reasonable and competitive deck. Yep, it is worth noting they've cut themselves off of black mana to play this Blood Moon out. But that doesn't matter, they're going to draw Bedlam Reveler and destroy us. Oh, Bedlam, that's so good for us. Again, holding this because we have more Tireless Trackers in our deck. What's it like? What's it like? Tracker! Basic Plains! Tracker! I guess we'll bring in the Pridemages for the last game. Probably cut the Noble Hierarchs. They do not have Faithless in their graveyard. They have what's it called? They have Lightning Bolts in their graveyard. Stephen Douglas, 1/4 of a year and loving it. Thank you for all the memes and being a decent human, both rare on the internet. Thank you for the three-month free subscription. Thanks for keeping me here. I think this is a keep. The Horizon Canopy feels bad. I just don't want to cut all of my mana creatures next to this, and I want to fit the Qasali Pridemages in, is the issue. No, Bedlam's an interplay trigger. The problem with putting artifacts in your deck too in this matchup is that putting artifacts in your deck makes Culligan's Command better against you because it makes it more likely to generate a 2-for-1. To be fair, modern content is kind of rare on the internet. I often go looking for people playing modern in my off-stream time, and it can be hard to find people that are streaming modern. There are not a ton of us. There's a few others that are online streaming modern with some consistency, but none of them are online as much as I am. I mean, a 1/3 body isn't really that meaningful, so I don't think so. They both do modern off and on, but they also play a ton of standard when standard's going on. No Liliana here is really good for us. It means even if they 1-for-1 this, we still get some value out of it. Yeah, Caleb does a lot of limited. And Davis does a variety of stuff. These are my cards. So long, Tireless Tracker. So long, Tracker, my old friend. You left us Tireless Tracker. You left us Tireless Tracker. I don't understand, but I will take it. They have a bolt here? They must have a bolt, right? Okay, that makes sense. I was about to be really confused. Maybe I should, I don't know. There's a possibility I should wait to the end step tonight to try and get more clues, but I really just want to get the Nacatl into play right now. Maybe I should have prioritized getting a mountain though, because this dies to Collective Brutality since it's a 2/2 at the moment. Start by cracking this and see what we get. I only have one card left. I'm gonna fetch shotgun Stomping Ground here because I want to be able to fire off this Helix or crack the Horizon Canopy potentially. So it's just like crack them to 13. Sure. Might as well just kill these. Like, they're gonna soak up 3 or more damage anyways. Yeah, like, and there's nothing wrong. Like, when I was talking about there not being a ton of people that only do a bunch of modern, like, there's nothing wrong with other Magic formats. Like, Magic's great because it's a lot of different things. It's just, like, I'm specifically looking for modern content when I'm looking to watch stuff off stream, generally speaking. Bear free. I do modern daily, but unfortunately not nearly as often as my job was as Swedish yours. Don't job envy Jeff. It took him 2 years to gain the following. It's funny. I was Matt actually came over last night. And we were Matt came over last night, was helping me move some furniture around that we were getting rid of. And we were talking about the amount of traveling that we did over the years. It's basically like, well, I spent 3 years and it was effectively like an unpaid internship traveling around the country playing Magic to like build the following that allows me to stream today. Because traveling to play Magic doesn't really make any money. I basically just broke even for the 3 years that I did that. And like, I had a fun time doing it, but it basically comes out to an unpaid internship at the end of the day. Yes, you are correct. If I was telepathic and knew that the top card of my deck was Lightning Bolt, I could have cracked Horizon Canopy a bit more aggressive. You're the owl guy to me. I'm going to be the owl guy to many people for a long time. We are 3-0, actually. So, honestly, I think this deck is just kind of a worse version of the Naya landfall deck that we've been playing. It plays... I mean, that's not like... Drawing aggressively to end the game a turn sooner isn't playing to your outs. It's like sacking the Horizon Canopy for no reason. There's also a chance, a much better chance, that I draw a card that I can't cast, and then my opponent gets to Inquisition it or Lily on it or take it out of my hand somehow. Like, I'm not in a position that I need to end the game prematurely or a turn sooner, so there's no reason to draw a card needlessly there. So yeah, so anyways, this deck, if you haven't seen the Naya landfall deck that we've played a bunch, this deck plays a pretty similar game plan to it. It basically just doesn't have the plated Geopedes and the... it kind of has Noble Hierarchs in the place of like Step Links and Tarmogoyf in the place of plated Geopedes. And it has very similar play patterns. It's got the same similar quality removal. It's got 4 trackers and 4 knights in it. But this deck kind of lacks the nuts draws that the landfall deck can have on the back of landfall creature into Renegade Valier, like hit you for 20. Are you the Howl guy to Christy? We are, in fact, guaranteed to, at a minimum, be a real mono deck. Yeah, Renegade Rallier is also great. Like, then in that landfall deck, the fact that Renegade Rallier, like, regrows your fetch lands and your aggressive draws and also, like, gives you threat redundancy when you're grinding is quite fantastic. After this deck, we have actually another Zoo deck coming up. We're going to play a Tribal Zoo, so 5-color Tribal Flame Zoo, followed by Blue-White Emeria. And then we're going to wrap the day up by checking out a Grixis Hollowed One variant, and then we're going to play some more Blue-Red Delver Fairies that I've been working on as well. How can I check the deck list for Naya Landfall? Well, there's a big button in the stream information that says MTG decks. You can click on that there. You can alternatively go to my YouTube channel and find videos of the deck with the deck list in the video description. So lots of good ways to access that information. It's pretty good. It's a little awkward that we can't cast the Lightning Helix should they kill our Noble Hierarch, but I think that's fine. Like, we got plenty of other things to do should they kill the Noble Hierarch. Like, if they kill our Noble, we can just go, like, tap land Wild Nacatl onto as well. So it's a good clean curve this game, regardless of how our opponent interacts with us or doesn't. I'm going to play against Spirits again. We are. So we're 3-0 in this league, and we've beaten Blue-White Spirits in the first 2 matches. So we'll see if we can continue that trend. I feel like these big creature Zoo-style decks are probably a harder matchup for Spirits. Have I played any doubling seasons in Modern? I've not. It feels just too slow and clunky. It is Spirits.League. No, I think I'd rather establish my mana advantage ASAP here. So playing the Noble Hierarch on 1 means I get to go Wild Nacatl plus Scavenging Ooze on 2. It also lets me go Shock this in, Helix this, plus play Wild Nacatl on 2. Oh, I guess they could sack the Mausoleum Wanderer, huh? So maybe I'm supposed to path this rather than Yeah, I'm actually going to path this. I forgot that this gets bigger. Yeah, they have Super Curse Catcher. This card's very good. This card's a big part of why the Spirits deck is so competitive. Very, very efficient threat. FNM is generally a very casual setting. I actually didn't play FNM for the first time until I had been playing Magic for like a decade. For a long time, I just played Magic very casually with friends. We just like opened booster boxes and built our own decks without buying singles, and we played a lot of limited. So Magic was simply a very, very casual thing for me for an exceedingly long amount of time. And then the old turn 3 Aether Vial. Another Lord. Yep. Double Phantoms, a little annoying, but I get to kill that one still because it's an image. That's nice. Although this 5/5 Mausoleum Wanderer is a big boy. The fact that there's no basic mountain in this deck hurts a good bit in matches like this for sure. So what's better for me here? It does feel bad to not game 3. Do I attack, play Wild Nacatl, or am I supposed to eat with Scavenging Ooze? It's probably attack, play Wild Nacatl. They are almost out of gas, that's true. If they have like another Lord though, we're gonna eat it pretty hard. But I guess that's like another thing. Oh gosh, chat. There's a Kessig Wolf Run right here, and I burned a Lightning Helix on their thing. There's a Kessig Wolf Run right here. We saw the play. We even made this play today already. Gosh. What a punt. What a punt. All right, that's fine. We'll get him in 3. And by that, I mean, we're going to click some big spin of sideboard cards. Mistakes were made. We'll shake. In the words of a great poet, we'll shake it off. And move along with the match here. Hopefully we'll play against Affinity for the last match this league. So you can bring in these Ancient Grudges and Pridemages and Fracturing Gust. Yeah, it just like already came up once this league and we caught it. You feel bad missing it on board. I think we were probably still dead regardless, but it definitely feels bad to miss the onboard trick. Torpor Orb does not stop Phantasmal Image. Phantasmal Image is not an enter the battlefield effect. It is a replacement effect as the card enters the battlefield. Because Magic is both intuitive and easy to understand. It really is, Zach. We actually have only boarded in 2 cards in 4 matches. I mean, the mana efficiency didn't matter because the Kessig Wolf Run ended up untapped, so it was exactly the same. We were just down a card. What should you get to eat? I don't know. Hopefully Christy's going to be bringing me something to eat soon. She promised to bring me lunch since I'm doing a longer stream today. My wife is the best. That's true. Sideboarding is easy. Mindcensors for Tron and Valakut and Storm. I think a lot of people overlook the fact that Mindcensor is really useful against, is useful against Gifts Ungiven. Eaten Tortoise, thanks for checking out, honey. I appreciate it. There's a big button that says rules under the stream. There's also a link there. You ignored the button that says rules in the pop-up when you join the chat. What do you get on your pizza? Usually pineapple. And this is, I try to stay off of hot button issues on this stream usually, but this is an important one, chat. There are 2 types of people in the world. People who like pineapple on their pizza and people who are wrong. So make sure you end up on the right side of that discussion. That's my favorite. That one comes up enough that it's great. You shit posted life with that lie about pizza. Oh, yeah. Rattle my chains, baby. Rattle my chains. The path into the turn 3 tracker, then fetch land is so good. It's possible I should fetch Shock here to hold up path for a Lord, but I think that's fine. Cold Fear, thanks for checking out, honey. I appreciate the support. Oh, baby. Come on. Give me an untapped land. Thunderdata needs to come home to roost. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Aw, man. Aw, man. Thunder. Whoa, whoa. Thunder. Whoa, whoa. Does my serenading soothe you? Groovy. Thanks for checking out, honey. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna leave up Path plus Helix here, I think. Got some rattle chains, eh? Got some rattle chains, eh? Boop, boop, yep. Boop you on the nose. Boop you right on the nose. Just boop it. Boop it. Get him. Get him. All right, are they gonna pump a chump here? I just taken 7. Thunder Daddy's gonna bring us home next turn, chat. Thunder Daddy's gonna bring it home, I think. Thunder Daddy's gonna bring it home. I occasionally mute myself to, yeah, this is the 3rd Spirits matchup of this league. I occasionally mute myself so you don't have to hear me clear my sinuses. Oh, you left your rattle chains back to block, huh, opponent? It would just be It would just be a true shame if something happened to this Rattle Chains, wouldn't it, chat? Wouldn't it just be the worst if something happened to the Rattle Chains? Thunder. Whoa, whoa. Let me know, Anoronics, if you didn't actually want a timeout, but you technically asked for one. Yeah, concession Thunder Daddy. Concession Thunder Daddy. Sideboard cards. We ain't need no sideboard cards. Ain't nobody got time for sideboard cards, chat. For those of you who are unaware, Thunder Daddy also taps the creatures he deals damage to. You'd cut Domri for a 2/1 flyer. I could see that. I could see that. It's my favorite deck with Tireless Tracker. Definitely the Naya landfall deck. This hand deals a lot of damage to itself with its lands, which is a smidge unfortunate, but I don't think this is a mulligan. We're 3-0 with this Domri Rade deck, Marty Punker. Thunder Daddy, best daddy. World's best father. Yeah, right? I'm pretty confident we can't lose now from here on out. You can't win, I mean. Whoa. Okay, so double Mausoleum Wanderers, pretty good start for them. I think I'm going fetch basic planes, play Scavenging Ooze next turn. No, now I'm definitely going tapped land, Wild Nacatl. Someone has downloaded Honey. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. So we're taking 6 here down to 9. I get to play Domri Rade, kill the Supreme Phantom, crack them for 6. And then maybe the Scavenging Ooze help stabilize. Bro and Damaz just heard someone joke about remembering to sub on a YouTube video and reminded me to come do it as well. Thanks for all the great content. Thanks for the 7-month free subscription. I appreciate the continued support. Yep, we get to kill the Lord here. Lordy, lordy. Lordy, lordy. That being said, if they have another Lord, we're probably just dead if we don't draw like a Lightning Helix, but we're going to give it the college best here for sure. Oh, did you want me to time you out? Did you want me to time you out? I think we're dead, chat. We need to draw Helix here. Yeah, we're just dead, right? We didn't have enough pressure or enough removal. Worth noting how much better Domri was than Aven Mindcensor here. Yeah, I suppose if they have nothing, the Scavenging Ooze lets us survive. Friendly fire. Oh, no. Oh, this block's actually very good for us. Will you play some pen and paper RPGs at Gen Con? Probably not. I don't know. Christy's actually been playing some D&D with some of her friends, so I'm not sure if that's something she'd want to do at Gen Con. So if they don't have Supreme Phantom here, or if they don't have a Lord, if they don't cast a Lord, we're not dead on board. If they don't cast a Lord, we're not dead on board. If they don't cast a Lord, we're not dead on board. If they don't cast a Lord, we're not dead on board. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 la da da. Our baby is about to be born. Thank you for the 9-month resubscription. Then never mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, Zach. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we have a 1-drop that used to be banned. Our 1-drop used to be banned in Modern. Our opponent's 1-drops, they've never been banned in Modern. Maybe they should have considered playing a 1-drop that's previously been illegal to play in Modern, and then they'd be in a better spot. Get got by the Path to Exile a little bit here. Let's go ahead and punch in. What I modded... Oh, that's not actually Interonics. I modded Interonics. Yeah, you forget Wild Nacatl was banned because there's no reason it should have been banned. You guys like fetch and play this other Tarmogoyf out? Nah, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I mean, to be fair, if our opponent didn't have another 1 or 2 mana spirit there, we weren't dead on board. They needed to play a spirit to put us dead on board because of the Scavenging Ooze. Like, we were going to 5. Do you like Opt or Serum Vision's better in Jeskai control? I think Opt. I would do whatever Ben Nikolic has done. I always defer to people smarter than me. So look at what Ben Nikolic is playing and then copy that. Is there an argument for playing Tracker first? No, I don't think so. Because I want to just have the most pressure in play ASAP and be activating my Scavenging Ooze as much as possible. Ben got rid of both. I hate those cantrips, so my gut would get rid of both. But again, defer to people that are smarter than me. Whew! Whew! Getting punished for not playing out... If they have another Mausoleum Wanderer here... Okay, they don't. Alright, we almost were on our way to 3-2-ing, and then we hit some live ones here. Why do I choose not to play limited? Because I don't find it fun. I think playing games with higher powered cards is more fun, and I think playing games where after I finish playing with my deck, I can look at it and go, I can build this deck better next time by doing X, Y, and Z. I find that more interesting and more engaging. We are 4-0 after beating Blue-White Spirits 3 times. So, deck has a good Spirits matchup, I think. And again, a lot of what this deck has going on is very, very similar to the Naya Landfall deck, and I think that deck is also very powerful as well. Twerk you later. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. So good, it doesn't need a sideboard, right? There's people at Wizards of the Coast scrambling right now. Where's the Tron button? We lost the Tron button. Hogland's gonna 5-0. Somebody Tron him. We must stop the 5-0. We need more cards. We need more cards. Why hasn't Hoagland been Karned yet? He's been playing Modern for almost 10 matches today. I'll bump the streamer's choice since I don't have any of my own Modern decks. Thank you, Cletus, for the support. I appreciate it. You will conform. The smiling card emote is just so great. Spirits are the new bad humans, and merfolk have been relegated to bad spirits. That's funny, Turkin. I'll donate $100 if the next match is a WotC coverage account on Tron. The freeze is over, by the way. I mentioned that yesterday. I haven't plugged that today. So I am taking normal donation decks. They're just $10 to get your deck on the stream for subscribers. So be sure to check out the bit.ly/Hoogle submit or bit.ly/Hoogle sellout for all those details. There's a big submit deck button below the stream. We have a fancy Google form now for taking care of it. Am I supposed to keep this? Am I supposed to keep this? How do we feel about this hand? I feel like I'm going to keep this on the draw. Didn't notice my sub ran out. Well, thank you for the 7 months, Jay Shrimp. I appreciate it. Thanks for re-upping. So re-upping. Chat, we're 4-0. We're playing on house money now. You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. Interesting. Spirits has an amazing human matchup. Speaking of that, can we play some blue-white? 10 out of 10, Nicholas Bolas. Just find my favorite blue-white spirits. Find my favorite blue-white spirits deck. Nixon Beta, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate it. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. All right, well, that was exciting. That was exciting. We went 4-1. I'm great. I'm excited to have gone 4-1. So this deck is doing something that is plenty reasonable in Modern. I do think after playing this deck through 2 leagues in comparison in relation to the Naya Landfall deck that we've played on stream a bunch, I think this deck. Drop me the spookers list through the form below, Nicholas Bolas. And just mention in the comments that you already sent bits to remind me. I think this deck is just like kind of doing something worse than the Naya Landfall deck that we've played in the past. I think they have a lot of very similar parallels, but the Naya Landfall deck has a better basically nut straw. I think having being able to kill people on turn 3 is really important in these decks that don't have that efficient discard or counter magic based disruption in the format. So I think if you're really married to Thundermaw Hellkite and Domri Rade, this deck is fine. I would clean up the sideboard. I would play some copies of a Braid. I think I would play maybe a couple of Planeswalkers, generate some card advantage. Some Chandras out of the sideboard have been really good in the Naya Landfall deck. But this style of fair creature deck is terrible against Dredge. Even with our 3 copies of Scavenging Ooze, you're basically never winning without a bunch of sideboard cards. No, I don't think this deck automatically has a bad matchup against anything unfair. I think against matches where your Damping Spheres and your Canonists and your Mindcensors have a text box, I think you're probably not completely unreasonable. But against Dredge, that's not the case, so. All right. What are we doing next? We've got another bigger aggressive deck coming up next.